Alright guys, here's a live trading recap video. So I'm doing it pretty late today, but I figured I'm going to be doing this every single day the whole year. I better not stop now, and it's just the beginning of the year. So here we go, day 5 for me of trading, 9:29:59, so a second before the bell rings. And the stock that I'm looking at right out of the gates is LBCC. I'm looking for an entry break of the whole dollar at 6. The chart's not up right here, but if I'm going to pull up the chart right here on the side just to kind of describe it to you. LBCC. So LBCC, it didn't have much of a pattern set up per se. It's the pre-market high on this stock was all the way up at 668. And so you can see we're not even close to that. So there was no bull flag. There was no, break of pre-market highs or the pivot or anything like that. If you were looking for a chart setup, you could have looked at the high of the break of the high of the previous candle. But I wasn't really looking for that. I was just looking for break of the whole dollar. Those setups tend to work really well, just because that's where short sellers tend to cover at, half dollar, whole dollar areas. And so a lot of long traders know that, and they'll take positions. They'll take their entries at those points. So let me go ahead and start I'm going to just go back a little bit so I have some time to really see what's going on. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to start this, and you can see LBCC, about 600,000 shares of volume, not bad. Low float stock, didn't have news, but you can see right out of the gates. I'm going to pause it really quick. So look down here on the time and sales. You can see right here a 31,000 share buyer at 9:30, 585. I didn't see that when I was trading, like actually trading live. I didn't see that. If I would have saw that, I would have gotten in a lot earlier. So that's just like a technical catalyst. When you have a buyer that big just holding the stock up like this, a lot of traders will take note, and they'll get on top of that, and that's going to push the stock up even more. And on the contrary, if you see a big massive seller, that's going to do the exact opposite. It's going to push the stock down. It's going to weigh the stock down. And so I didn't see that, but just a really quick note. I'm going to continue this. So you see all the buying, all the volume coming through, all the green on the time and sales, and then I'm in at 598, and then I'm out. Okay, ended up selling, I think, on the bid at 605. Couldn't really hold up that well. It couldn't. It actually went to a high of 613, and then the rest of the day just sold off. So not much there. Quick $28 after commissions, like 18 bucks. I guess if there was one thing I could say about this trade, it would have been to recognize that really big buyer right there, and that would have made me more comfortable getting in earlier, especially after seeing all this buying. Getting in, I could have gotten in a few cents earlier, but 98 was still a good entry. It's just that the stock couldn't hold up that well. I managed to walk away with a small profit. Obviously it could have been bigger if I was taking bigger size, but that's not what this is about right now. It's not about massive wins, and I think even for successful traders long term, it's not about constantly hitting home runs. The traders who do well and have a very long career are the ones who are consistently profitable, and they're disciplined enough to not give in to FOMO and try to go for those home run wins that don't really come that often. Every once in a while you'll get a home run. Like, for example, PTIE today, if you got in at a good time and you stayed in, then absolutely that's a home run. But it's not realistic. You can't. It's easy to look at a stock after it's made its move and say, oh, if only I would have just held through those pullbacks. It's just not realistic, and it's not a good strategy. So But there were definitely some good setups on PTIE today, and we'll get to those in a second. Setups that unfortunately I missed, and I could have definitely profited a lot more on PTIE if I would have noticed those setups like thousands of other traders did. You know, I mean, I know traders who made, tens of thousands of dollars today on PTIE, and that's fine. It's just that I'm not at that point right now. Even though I'm not paper trading, I'm still sort of in training. I'm taking small size. My focus, like I said, if you watched my day trading recap video, my focus is on consistency and having a good accuracy percentage. Okay, that's what my focus is on right now. So, yeah, I'm going to fast forward here to my first trade on PTIE, which was directly after LBCC. So here we go. I'm going to hit play. So 31:05 is our time on the time clock, on the market clock right now. I think it was actually a little bit after this, because I missed that entry. So my entry right there was looking for the break of high of day, which was at 6:38. I don't know how I missed that. I just probably looked away for a second, or I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I hesitated for a second. So you can see the stock is just moving. I mean, it's moving. And I tried to get in once, break of the $0.50. Didn't really work out too well. And honestly, at that point, I shouldn't even have tried that position, because that's just giving in to FOMO. That's me trying to get in and trying to make an excuse for a good entry, but it's not like a good entry. If you look at the chart, it's already running. So I'm gonna push in here a little bit. Man, where's that trade at? So, okay, let's see. So I'm gonna hit play. Let's just sit here and watch this for a second. Oh, I'm in. Jeez, it went right past me. Sorry guys, hold on. You probably saw it, but I missed it. Okay, so I'm so focused at the chart and the price action here on the level 2. I'm not even paying attention. So okay, where did I get in at? Okay, so I'm looking to get in at 665, which that would be the break of high of day again. And so you can see all the buying coming through here. Maybe not. Okay, here we go. So now it looks like it's going to happen. And now I feel more comfortable getting in, just because the candle closed and I think we get a real pullback here. So it's very small, very, very small, but that is a pullback. That bottoming tail on that new candle right there, that's considered a pullback, even though the candle didn't close red, which obviously that's preferable. If the candle closes red, that's a lot. To me, that's a better setup that a lot more traders feel more comfortable taking, and so they'll get in for the break of the of that pullback. But this is still considered a pullback because there is a bottoming tail, and so I ended up getting in at 665, or well, no, yeah, I got filled at 664, my average, and you can see right here it's a little bit of action. It's at one point I'm down $110, but I maintain my composure because I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't think this stock is just gonna flop over, and if it does, so be it. To me, it's worth the risk though, just because I believe there was news in this stock. Yeah, there was news in the stock today, and although it wasn't cryptocurrency news, still news nonetheless. Which that's always better. If a stock has good news, even if you don't know what the exact details are, if it has a headline, then it has a catalyst, and that's always better. And so you can see right here, my average is 664. Currently on the ask, we're sitting at 641, but the buying is coming back, and we're moving on up. So here we go. There's the buying. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, It's that spread is huge. I mean, you've got almost a 20-cent spread right there, and I just don't feel comfortable staying in the stock like this. I don't. It's. I held through one pullback. I don't think I can do it again, and so I ended up selling 667. I sold on the bid, and so I got filled at 667, which is only what 3 cents above my what I bought it at, and so another quick $20 after commissions, $20. You can see right there at the top right, listening to my Mozart. I like to have it really low when I'm trading. Okay, so I know I trade this stock a couple of more times, so let me just fast forward right here. Okay, there we go. So there's the next one. It's coming up here in a second. So I think with this one, I'm looking, where's my, so 679. I'm going to pull up the chart right here just so I can see. I can like click on the actual candles. So I got my order ready at 679. And let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking again for break of high of day. I'm looking for the high of day break on this one. So looks like we're gonna get it, and I'm in right there at 678. And so we get a nice little squeeze right there. And it's one of those things here. I'm gonna explain this, okay? Because it's easy for me to watch this and be disappointed with myself. Like, why didn't I just hold the stock? I ended up selling at 686, and you can see it's almost at $7 right now on the bid. The thing is, and this was on the back of my mind, we have essentially 3 doji candles in a row right there. I mean, pretty much. 2 red dojis and then another doji, and I thought for sure that this one was going to do the same thing, and it did in a way. It's just that I could have sold a little bit higher, but I'm glad that I was still able to capture profit off of it and not lose money on it. I'm sure there are traders who lost money taking this trade right here, and I wasn't one of them because I wasn't greedy, and I chose to take the profits when I had them. And so that's perfectly fine. Just a quick scalp. That's all it is. And so if I can do that consistently and then eventually do it with bigger size, I mean, imagine what I'm doing now, except having larger size, right? So instead of 400 shares, 500 shares, I'm taking 5,000 shares, 4,000 shares. I mean, multiply that. It's a much bigger number. And so if I can do that consistently, then I'll consistently make a few $100 here, a few $100 there. And then with the bigger trades, like the one that I took on PTIE, which is coming up here next, with the bigger trades, I'll make even more money, And so in a way, it's all relative, because what I'm doing now, if I can do it with small size, then I can do it with big size, and I can make more money with big size. It's just that this is sort of a training still. I'm still in training, and so it's fine. Oops. So, I mean, you can see PTIE just has a lot of volume. You look at the candles, the volume bar down there, and you can just see it's definitely favoring long traders. There's so much buying happening, and I believe short sellers are probably getting squeezed out, being forced to cover, which is adding more volume. And let's see. I'm gonna fast forward to this next trade. So, okay, I'm gonna fast forward because I ended up looking at a few different other stocks and blah 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 blah. That's not important. So, back to PTIE. So PTIE, you can see right here. Oh my gosh, man, so disappointed that I missed this setup. I don't know why. I should have had the chart up on a different screen maybe, or just kept it up and just kept watching it. Like I said, it's easy to look back. In hindsight, everything's 2020, so it's not fair on myself to be upset. But if you look right here, beautiful setup. So you've got the first 5-minute candle. Okay, now remember, in regards to the different charts, the 5 minute, I use the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the daily. Okay, so mostly the 1 minute because I'm more of a quick scalp trader, but the 5 minute setup for stocks like PTIE when they're already sort of extended and a lot that's happening right here on the 1 minute, a lot of dojis and just like messy price action. The 5 minute is a lot cleaner, and so you can see right here the first 5 minute candle. Really, the first 5 minute candle to make a new high. Well, no, 5 minute candle to break high of day, which would be right here. Just a very clean setup. And if I would have gotten in right there, it would have been around 740. But I missed it. I missed that. I saw it popping up on my momentum scanners, and I said, "Oh, great! Like, it's popping up again. I'm missing the action." And so, pull it up, and you can see right there a beautiful chart and something that is impossible to miss if you're looking at it. And if you just trust the setup, if you trust the entry, then you just take it. And then this happens. It's about to get halted. I'm trying to jump in before the halt. I get in 400 shares, just because look at that. Look at the bid right there, or the ask rather. Look at the ask. Look at all those buyers stacking up. I mean, you've got hundreds of thousands of shares of buyers, and so I get in. I managed to get in because I buy on the bid instead of the ask. Or rather the ask, not the bid. Sorry, I think I've been calling the bid the ask the whole time. So I bought on the ask on the right hand side right here instead of the bid. So yeah, so I'm in the halt right now, and this ends up being a 10-minute halt. The reason I get into these halts, especially on a stock that's this strong, is because most of the time they open up higher. And with a stock like PTIE that is already so strong, there's no doubt that it's going to open up significantly higher. And so if you can get into a stock prior to it halting, it's an easy ride. You get in, it opens up 30, 40, sometimes 50 cents higher. There you go. Quick profit, without you having to do much work at all. So the only thing you have to do is just wait. You're in the stock and you wait. And so I'm going to fast forward this. Ended up being a 10-minute halt. You can see I was able to go through 2 different Mozart piano solos or sonnets. And here we go. I went a little bit too far there. So I'm going to hit resume. And so the stock halted at 10:07:44, and what I'm looking at is the timestamps right here on the time and sales. And so 10:07:44, that means if it's a 10-minute halt, it's going to open up at 10:17:44, so two seconds away. All right, my average is 8:06. Let's see what it opens up at. Boom. So it opens up, already 40 cents higher almost. So 8:45 by 8:49, and drops for a second, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't want to be in this stock. I don't want to be up this much and then have it come all the way back down, And so I ended up selling 104, which is fine. And you can see right here, the price action continues. It's definitely a fight between the buyers and the sellers because it's going up and down, up and down. But eventually, the long traders they win, and so you can see right here, boom, past 9. So it's another one of those things where I could either beat myself up for not holding the stock, or I could say to myself, you know what, Joshua, you were still able to capture profit off of it, and that's fine. I'm walking away 171 of realized profit on the day, and that's something that 9 out of 10 traders can't do. So if I can just continue to do that and be profitable, even if it's small right now, if I can continue to do that, then I'm going to be in really good hands, So so you can see right here, PTIE just being very, very indecisive. PTIE ends up going to a high of, let me just pull up the chart, ends up going to a high of almost like $11. Yeah, almost 13, 12.80. Goes to a high of 12.80. At one point, it went all the way back down to about $10 after it was up $12. And so a lot of short sellers made some great profit, but then it squeezed all the way back up. Probably squeezed out all of those short sellers. You know, they had to cover their positions. That's what we call a short squeeze. It just adds more volume for the long buyers, and it's a good thing for us. And then went to 12.80. So yeah, that's it though for today, guys. Hope you were able to get something from that, and hopefully I was thorough, like I've been saying that I would be. If you have any, questions or comments, if you want to, perhaps point something out to me, if you want to inform me about something, definitely feel free to leave a comment. I'm more than glad to take your constructive criticism. I'm still trying to learn, and so I'm going to continue to use the strategy that I've trained with, and that I know works, because I see traders make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, some even millions a year, using the strategy. And so I'm going to continue to use the strategy, but I just have to get better at executing. That's really what it comes down to. It's like just polishing my trading. And so you've got the strategy. You just have to continue to improve, analyze your trades. Even if you're not doing videos like me, analyze your trades, create an Excel document. I've got one that I've created. I'll probably share it eventually. You have like as a download or something for you guys if you guys want it. So, but just keep track of your trades, analyze them, continue to learn from your mistakes. Because here's the thing: the way I look at it, and this is for life in general, not just trading. You either win or you learn. Okay, I don't look at a loss as you actually as a failure. It's you just learning something, and so take those failures, take those losses, and make them something good. Don't just lose and say, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't be trading, because if you work hard enough and if you continue to study, get enough screen time, then it will start to come to you. And so I'm just going to continue to do that. Even if I have another dip or I'm having consecutive bad days, that's fine. I'm just going to keep posting these, keep learning, and eventually I'll be in a really good position. So anyways, guys, I'm just rambling now. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to post again tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier though, not so late like I did today. And I haven't asked this yet, but if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely consider subscribing. Keep up with my journey here, and hope to see you guys back tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching. All right, bye.